Today is July 16th, 2025. As the sun rises over Kyiv, a new day begins in a country that refuses to surrender its hope. For years, Ukraine has faced relentless aggression, with cities scarred by missile strikes and shifting front lines. The devastation is visible everywhere, a constant reminder of the ongoing struggle. Yet beyond the headlines, there's a story of resilience. Teachers holding classes in subway stations, determined to give children a sense of normalcy and hope for the future. Farmers continue to plant and harvest their fields despite the ever-present threat, while medics risk their lives racing toward explosions to save others, embodying courage in the face of danger. Their defiance is not just in military victories, but in the simple act of living, sharing meals, rebuilding homes, and refusing to let their identity be erased by war. Russia's strategy targets civilians, launching hundreds of drones to terrorize and exhaust the population, hoping to break their will through fear and uncertainty. Every air raid siren is a reminder that nowhere is truly safe, but Ukrainians endure, adapting to each new threat, fighting not just for territory, but for the soul of their nation. Recent US and NATO commitments offer hope, signaling that the world still stands with Ukraine and that their struggle is recognized far beyond their borders. The unyielding spirit of its people remains Ukraine's greatest strength, inspiring the world and lighting a path forward even in the darkest times. Securing Ukraine isn't just about military strategy, it's about protecting the people within its borders. Every decision, every action must be rooted in the understanding that behind every headline and statistic are real lives, families, and dreams at stake. True security means a child in Odessa can sleep without fear, and families in Kyiv can dream of a future. It means parents can hope for their children's safety, and communities can look forward to rebuilding together, even in the face of uncertainty. A strategy focused only on the battlefield is incomplete. Real protection is holistic. It requires unity between soldiers, civilians, and volunteers, all working together to safeguard every aspect of daily life. Shielding cities, supporting the economy, and preserving culture are all essential. Protecting heritage and livelihoods ensures that Ukraine's spirit endures, even under threat. The constant threat disrupts daily life, shattering businesses and families. The impact is felt in every empty street, every hurried goodbye, and every home left behind. A comprehensive approach is vital, defending soldiers and civilians, keeping lights on, hospitals running, and hope alive. It's about resilience in the face of adversity and ensuring that essential services never falter. Every policy, from air defense to reconstruction, must prioritize people's safety and resilience. Education, healthcare, and rebuilding efforts are just as crucial as military defense. The mission is twofold: help Ukraine win the war and help its people survive and thrive. Supporting communities, providing aid, and ensuring food security are all part of this vital effort. The ultimate goal is a free, hopeful Ukraine, safe, resilient, and secure. A nation where families can reunite, children can play, and dreams can flourish once more. That is the true measure of victory, a future where peace, dignity, and hope are restored for all Ukrainians. The greatest threat to Ukrainians comes from the sky. Missile and drone strikes aimed at breaking their will. Each night, families brace for the sound of sirens, knowing that a single attack can change lives forever. The psychological toll is immense as uncertainty and fear become part of daily life. Robust air defense systems like Patriots and NASAMS are lifelines, shielding homes and hospitals. These advanced technologies intercept deadly threats, saving countless lives and preserving critical infrastructure that communities depend on. Ukraine also needs steady supplies of artillery, vehicles, and drones to counter Russian advances. Without consistent resupply, frontline defenders risk being outgunned and outmaneuvered, making every delivery crucial for survival. NATO's commitment to ongoing aid is vital, but Western stockpiles must be replenished. The flow of support must not falter, as any delay could tip the balance on the battlefield and jeopardize Ukraine's ability to resist. Training and intelligence sharing give Ukraine a tactical edge, helping them outmaneuver a larger adversary. Knowledge, preparation, and adaptability are as important as firepower in this fight. The digital battlefield is just as critical. Russia's cyber attacks threaten essential services and infrastructure. Disruptions to power, water, and communications can paralyze entire cities, making cyber defense a top priority. Strengthening cybersecurity and international cooperation is essential to defend against these digital threats. Partnerships with allies help Ukraine stay ahead of evolving tactics and build resilience. Ukraine's defense must be comprehensive: land, air, sea, and cyberspace. Every domain is a potential battleground, and only a unified approach can ensure security. Only then can the nation withstand and repel aggression, protecting its people and its future. Military aid is vital, but economic strategy is key to weakening Russia's war machine. Sanctions must be enforced and tightened, targeting revenue streams and those who help Russia evade restrictions. Every dollar denied to the Kremlin is a missile or tank that can't be built. Supporting Ukraine's economy is equally crucial. Jobs, tax revenue, and hope are forms of resistance. Direct financial aid and support for Ukrainian businesses keep the nation functioning. Facilitating exports, especially agriculture, shows Ukraine remains open for business. Planning for reconstruction must start now, signaling hope and commitment to Ukraine's future. International organizations are laying the groundwork, but the effort must be massive, and sustained economic resilience and recovery are as important as military victory. Securing Ukraine requires a unified diplomatic front, not just military might. Allies must clearly define red lines for Russia, making consequences for escalation unmistakable. Countering Russian propaganda globally is essential, especially in the global south. Building a broad coalition, as seen at the recent NATO summit, sends a powerful message of unity. This solidarity is Ukraine's greatest diplomatic asset. Diplomacy must support Ukraine's right to determine its future, rejecting any peace that rewards aggression. International forums and back-channel talks should always uphold Ukraine's sovereignty. Lasting peace is possible only through strength, unity, and unwavering support. The true strength of Ukraine lies in the resilience of its people. Civilian protection is vital. Air raid shelters, fortified hospitals, and secure aid corridors save lives and morale. Preserving Ukrainian culture is a form of resistance. Supporting artists, digitizing archives, and funding independent media. Mental health support is essential, helping people cope with trauma and loss. Community initiatives foster connection and hope, combating isolation. Empowering local leaders and civil society ensures rapid, effective responses to crises. Direct funding for communities strengthens Ukraine from the ground up. Civil resilience is the backbone of national survival. A strong society can withstand even the harshest trials of war. For Ukraine, victory means lasting security and a future free from war. Accelerating EU membership offers hope and a vision of prosperity. Full NATO membership is the ultimate deterrent, but clear pathways and security guarantees must be established now. Bilateral agreements with G7 and other partners formalize long-term support and raise the cost of future aggression. These alliances transform ad hoc aid into structured, predictable security. The world stands at a crossroads. Help Ukraine emerge stronger and fully integrated into the Euro-Atlantic community. This requires sustained collective effort across military, economic, diplomatic, and social fronts. A secure, democratic Ukraine is a victory for freedom and peace everywhere.